The men of Middle-earth are surrounded, however, they will make their stand at this legendary city. Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Jackie Fish, and welcome back to some more Dawn of War Rise of Mordor, aka the Dawnless Days. The mod has recently gone ahead and had a bit of a name change due to some controversy with Warner Brothers sending them a cease and desist. However, we are not here to learn about that. We are here to see men slash orcs and goblins and everything else, and we have a wonderful sally out to kick us off as the men of Dwanless do charge out and get a pretty legendary charge off on this unit right here. Yeah, it was very, very nice. An explosive start to this battle, especially on some Mordor orcs as well. Not bad whatsoever. So as you guys can see, we do have this pretty goddamn cool settlement. We have like this inner layer, this outer wall, and then lots of streets in between where they will be fighting over. Attacking, we have on the left hand side the Goblin King leading a horde of menaces from the mines of Moria, and then on the far right we do have an army from Dol Guldur. So basically two mountain goblins and orcs coming out to fight down two armies from Dwanless. So a lot of D's in this battle, and hopefully one side will be getting the D with these lances. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm just kind of off on a tangent today. But if you guys do want to go ahead and see more trolls chasing down cavalry, make sure you go and drop a like and a comment down below. It honestly does help out massively, gets these videos out there to more people, and obviously as well, if you are enjoying this, subscribe for more. I don't really upload that much Dawnless Days anymore on the channel, but I always want to keep a key pillar of the channel, so I'm always happy to do it. Obviously, it does depend on whether or not these videos do well. So again, if you want to see more of this content, more interesting, fun battles of troll. Oh my god, it's another troll! Holy crap, it's another unit of trolls charging these guys down. As they get a really good charge off onto the artillery crew. Unluckily though, the Goblin King wasn't stupid. He did go ahead and dismantle his crew, ran them away, and has managed to pin this down. And the trolls have finally gone ahead and obtained their prey. That was quite the charge and quite the little runabout, and as I said, a nice play there by the defensive or the attacking player. He got his honor crew off the artillery pieces and ran them away, and they were able to pin these guys down. However, these are just Amarothian squires, so not exactly the most expensive unit. I've got 90 kills. That's not too bad. Not too bad whatsoever. However, the fight does not end, and I love that the Goblin player is doing this. This is really smart. Normally, when you're getting these sally outs, these cavalry harassments, you end up having like a really delayed attack, and you end up falling really far behind the other attacking player. However, the Goblin King kept on pushing on. He is not going to give up, and yeah, the Moria Goblins going to get themselves stuck in. Leading their front lines, they do have the Mordor orcs, so a pretty strong unit. I'm actually kind of yet to see a really good Goblin player. I hope that one comes out of it and is like super strong, because yeah, goblins are always such a fun faction, but they're kind of, due to their nature, they lack the quality to really beat a lot of the other major factions. But I think, you know, when someone does play with these guys enough, they could be super strong. And here we go, the first little engagement. Wait, who the hell are these guys? These are some... Wait, we got... Oh, we do have Dwanless defending? What the hell? I completely must have missed them when I was looking at the factions. Okay, well, Dwanless are here, helping out the men of Dwanless. Maybe they promised them many gold. I thought they were both armies of Dwanless, but I guess because the cavalry were here, it kind of did take me a little bit off guard. But here we go, the Mordor orcs charging on now, and they should be able to cut down these blood. I mean, these are bloodsworn. Even still, the warlords bloodsworn probably not going to be faring too well against the Mordor orcs with the sheer amount of numbers. However, they are attacking from both sides, so a pretty nice little assault here going on, and the cavalry just continuing to create a lot of ministry, able to charge in into this unit. And this unit, yeah, oh my god, this unit has 100 kills and has not lost a single horse. It's only just lost a single horse. That is goddamn impressive right there. Granted, is on these really big unit sizes of the goblins. They have a lot of soldiers who aren't very good, so the kills generally don't mean as much, but even still, 100 to 1, not bad. Take them odds whenever you get them. Over on the other side as well, we do have the assault kicking off now. And the orcs of Dol Guldur are made of a little bit more meaty meaty units. Then the goblins, you can see their numbers already starting to cause a few issues as these guys do jump off the wall, looking very fierce indeed. And the thing is as well, but Dogaldor, there's too many D's, god damn it. And you know how much I love the D. These guys over here of Dwarmroth have already sent off 3 entire units of cavalry to go and defend the other side and attack this. So that's like, you know, even though they're not the most expensive cavalry, it's not like they're Swan Knights, that's still like 2,000 gold. That's like, what, 10%, 20% of your money? Probably about 10% of your money, which has all gone over here to kind of cause mayhem and help win on the other side. So it's really up to Dogaldor to go and win this battle. They are getting hammered pretty heavily by the arrow fire. Luckily, this map is designed with that in mind, and they have a bit more of like the defensive area here, so a lot of the arrows aren't going to be like kind of hitting home, which is a nice little map design. You know, maybe not as like historical accuracy there, but still, I mean, actually, that's a lie. There was always a back row here because we don't want soldiers to fall off. So nice design here, both gameplay and elsewhere. However, the arrow fire is just causing mayhem. And I think this is the nice way of doing it, because normally if you're shooting directly at them, you shoot kind of at them, whereas these arrows are arcing over the buildings, and then that's kind of ignoring the wall itself. So maybe not doing as much damage there. But yeah, these Nimrodden Rangers doing a lot of goddamn work. And the fighting is still pretty brutal with all the arrow fire coming in, but as you guys can see, the quality isn't that strong for Dwarmroth. They don't have as many strong units as maybe they would like. Another arrow volley coming in there as well from the marksman. Over on the other side as well, the cavalry is still just causing a ruckus right now, really pinning the goblin player down. And yeah, this is painful. The goblins, as I said, will struggle to deal with these cavalry units. The trolls, when they get stuck in, will murder them. But it's getting the trolls actually stuck in, which is the main problem. Yeah, you can see they are starting to take them out, and they're finally broken them. But 170 kills, I mean, that's actually not, that's decent again on the goblins, so nothing too crazy. But it's really going to head and slow them up, and the rest of the units are definitely struggling. Another unit of cavalry over here, 200 kills, with only 15 casualties. Oh, the trolls get in. Can they kind of pin some down? Hopefully. Yeah, there we go. And if they get a good, like, AoE swing there, yeah, you can see they are clobbering the Knights of Dwarmroth there as they fall back. And I think that's going to be them. They're out of there. But again, as I said when I was praising the Goblin player for not slowing down, as you guys can see, like, his army is not in full assault. Even though this side is going to win, the Goblin player is definitely up against it. And you can see Dwarmroth have committed more men over on this side. So they're really looking to punish the weaker of the two factions for sure. Like, Dogaldor are really strong. They're definitely one of the upper tier factions for sure. Their infantry is super scary. But these guys right now definitely struggling. And I'm really excited as well for when we do finally get some like wargs for like these evil factions, because they definitely do lack the cavalry. The Haradrim, the Eastlings, they have decent enough cavalry, actually really good cavalry. Bane of the Steppe is amazing. But a lot of these orc and kind of minor factions definitely do struggle. Like, we need wargs for like Isengard and these other factions, and you know, even like maybe Spider Riders as well would be a really nice addition, because they do just get trampled on by these heavy cavalry focused factions. Like, their infantry is great, and that's kind of to make up for the lack of cavalry, but they still need some form of it. And without that, they definitely do struggle. Like, even with trolls can't really deal with all that huge amount of cavalry. Unfortunately, there you go. The lines are almost finished now on this right-hand side, even with that consistent arrow fire coming in. I think this position has been lost, yeah, as you can see. And the arrows are running low. 110 kills, though, on the unit of marksman. Not too bad. But yeah, this entire outer layer has been overrun. You can see the players making their way towards the gatehouse as well. So they can just pour through there and obviously cause some issues there. Going up like that, trying to deal with these archers. These rangers, only 73 kills. But yeah, it's not too bad. They can still get stuck into melee. And now the cavalry rushing over here to try and maybe stem any of the bleeding. So as you can see, I mean, pretty devastating assaults on this right hand side. The Goblin player is kind of just like reforming, catching a breath, and then I assume he will, yeah, make his push. Yeah, he's actually fully reforming. I can't believe as well, a Goblin King, did he die? I mean, he didn't get a message that he died, so I think he is still alive. You can see his, yeah, you can see his helmet right there, moving through his men, getting to the back of the ranks. There he is, before I guess they reform. I'm also not sure as well if the trolls can actually smash down the gate. I'm pretty sure they can. But yeah, this assault has been completely pushed back, which is not bad whatsoever. But again, they're going to have to deal with this somehow. There's a lot of these soldiers. Oh, and a nice little charge out here as well. The Admiral Squire's getting out the gate and now moving in. And that's going to go right onto these Goblin Trappers, which is so bad because this unit is really fragile. It's an annoying ass unit, but if you touch it, it will go ahead and dissipate. So the fact that they've been able to get themselves stuck in on this is huge. That's going to kill so many of them and really start to wound them. Yeah, you can see they're already shaken there on their morale. They're going to pull out of there, and that's going to be not too good whatsoever. Another cycle charge there as well, already killing over 30 of them on one charge. They really need to deal with this. Yeah, even charging in is not going to be a good idea. Nice little running 360 no scope there by the trappers. The cavalry's going to really be able to get themselves stuck in, wound their opponents and pull them out, and that cavalry is going to come around. This unit needs to brace. It needs to hold the line and brace. It's going to countercharge cavalry, you fool of a duck. I mean, I guess there's quite a few of them, but yeah, you don't want to ever countercharge a cavalry unless you're going to really bog it down, which I guess they are doing, and that should be the cavalry dealt with. But I mean, still, over 300 kills there. They would have been much better off just to brace and shoot them in the back, use patrols to reinforce, because when you have some armored trolls, these are the Olokai, which can definitely take them down. They're much heavily armored and much more capable of taking down the enemy line. And there you go. This section has now been taken down. The last units of Darmroth really putting up that final stand on his right-hand side. But honestly, they're not going to really be able to withstand much. And yeah, I think they're probably waiting a bit until this kind of side becomes a little bit weaker. There is also a cheeky-ass couple units of Goblin Warband over here. I mean, 3 units of the heavy Goblin units here making their way around is not bad. Oh no, the champion Reavers though. These soldiers who have been equipped from the forges of Isengard have not gone unnoticed. Yeah, that's going to be scary. As long as they brace, they should be fine. But somehow, I don't think they're going to brace, and I think they're going to get cut to pieces. Let's see if we can just jump on board. But Tree coming in clutch. But yeah, that cavalry charge is going to be brutal. They really needed to form shield wall. And they could have just formed shield wall and just slowly advanced on this position. Yeah, look at that. Look at the damage. Oh my god. That's why you just don't take the cavalry charges head on. And that was ridiculous. Over almost 100 kills there. And these units are not cheap. You could only have 3 of these Goblin Warriors in your faction, I believe, the Blade Warriors. And they killed 2. That was a real bad exchange. Now the cavalry's going to come back and... Yeah, but, I mean, again, you'll see them. If they brace now, and again, this is way too thin of a brace. Unfortunately, this is going to rip through them. There's not enough of them. But you can see, like, already, look how much better that was on the charge. If they were braced in a 3-squad block, that would have done so much more. Again, the Champion Reaver is still able to get another 50, 60 kills there and only lose a handful more. But yeah, they definitely should have been a little bit more kind of defensive on that position. There's no need to be aggressive. You could have just quite easily moved up. And oh, look at this as well. The Marksman coming in, actually clutching this with some support from the Blood Avengers as well. However, the Olokai are coming in. And there isn't really much here to deal with the Olokai. There's no archers left remaining. We do have some halberds being brought up, but even halberds don't do amazingly against them. You really need to be hammering the Olokai with missiles. So the fact that they are moving in is, yeah, going to be definitely something a little bit scary. Look at that bad boy go. Look at that little bad boy charging into battle. He knows what he is about, and he is ready to, yeah, to hit down and cut down some enemies with a swing of his hammer. Already able to kill 1 or 2 of them. They really just need to try and get more and more of these guys through as they push in. But the nice thing is as well is they can really try and outflank this position as well. Get your archers up on the wall, get your infantry around. The halberds coming in is going to be a little bit scary. What you really need to have happen though is what I would probably do is bring some soldiers off of here and then use that to kind of hit these guys in the side, because a lot of your Gondor blades are just getting run through as you try and push your way in, which is a little bit scary. Balanced Power Bow is still heavily in favor of the attacking forces. They still have these trolls and they're kind of almost just giving up on this position over on this side, which is kind of interesting. They finally smashed down that gate, I believe. Yeah, the gate is now finally down, but they're sending both their trolls around here and it's going to be quite a delayed response. The general 228 kills. Finally did start to take some damage, but yeah, that was just brutal. These guys definitely got their money's worth. And all you had to do was just brace. Shield wall, my man. Shield wall, and you would have been fine. I'm excited to see as well, though, how well these Olokai do when they really get stuck in. Again, the halberds moving in is going to be a little bit dangerous, but they are fighting shock infantry. And besides missiles, shock infantry actually isn't that bad against fighting the Olokai. Because the Olokai, you know, have a lot of good stats, but the shock infantry do a lot of damage. So if you can get them in, they will, they will go ahead and really cut them down quite nicely as that hammer comes down. And it'll be really nice when we do get more sound effects for these guys as well. When they get more of like patrol noises in and just like the sounds of their weapons clashing and stuff, it'll be really, really cool. Again, just immerse you in the realms of Middle Earth as more and more soldiers push their way in. And they've done a pretty good job here clearing this out. Yeah, one of the gates is now down as well, destroying the walls. Actually, maybe it doesn't destroy. I mean, yeah, destroy this wall, right? It's so stupid. Attilla, you mad dog. We've got some infantry up here as well. Yeah, the Mordor orcs have done an okay job, and W unit has been brought up, and it's fighting the warlords of Dunland again. And as you can see, this unit doing a pretty decent job, honestly. And we got another unit of Goblin Warriors again. There's no real reason to go through that gate, as we do have the patrols. Finally, I'm very over here. They need to keep on going. If they want to make an impact in this battle, they really do need to move their way in. And now we have the dismounted knights of Imrahil moving up on this flank. If they get stuck in against the trolls, that's going to be a little bit scary. Because the way to deal with trolls is just like a united assault on them. You want to basically be hitting them with missiles or pinned in combat with infantry, and they go down fairly quickly. However, when trolls can get in like one-on-one with a unit, they'll destroy it over time. Like the trolls won't die against this unit of Knights of Imrahil. But if the Knights of Imrahil can pin them in place and then they get like hit by other units, that's when the trolls go down and don't do damage. Because the trolls need time. They're very tanky. They can do a lot of damage, but again, they need to do that damage over time. They'll outlast units as long as they don't get kind of focused down. So yeah, giving them that unit there would be great for that. That really will be. But yeah, I mean, the Goblin player seems like he's a little bit slower on the assault. He's actually able to push down now, but more units have been brought in. However, this does look like a bit of a death trap. Goblins moving in, trying to go ahead and claim access to this gatehouse to destroy the towers, which is definitely not a bad idea. They have formed up a little bit of a firing line almost. Over on the other side as well, you can see the Olokai over on this. Whoa, where did that Olokai unit go? Why are you guys at? What? Whoa, why is that half unit over? What the hell is happening here? Where are you guys going? Maybe just smash down this gate. I don't know. They have really messed up as they try to go through this, unfortunately. And now the halberds are just fully committed in. Oh, it's because the gate got closed. Omroth took the gate back. That is so bad. That is really, really bad. Even with more units pouring out here, hitting the Blood Avengers. Losing that gate is absolutely massive, and I think the trolls have completely bugged out because of that. There you go, one of the trolls do go down as they're just running on the halberds. Oh no, that is so bad. I'm also really surprised we're not seeing any of these archers being mounted on the walls as well. If you just put the archers on the walls, they could clear this up really quickly. I guess you don't have much to protect them now, as a lot of your infantry is dying. But yeah, get them over on this side. You've cleared out this unit of men-at-arms from Domroth, and then you just kind of move in and do the damage elsewhere. Also, well, how is this tower being taken? No idea. The trolls have really bugged this out. Yeah, oh, I see what they're going. They're going all the way around here to go through this gate, to then make their way all the way in here, to then get over here. I see what they're doing now. Man, what an absolute mess. Attilla, ladies and gentlemen. Total War Attilla. That is funny. Walls are breached? Where? What? Where? Where? Where are the walls breached? On this side? Oh, over on this side? How? What the hell happened here? What is going on with this battle replay? Are we just like coming to some sort of madness? Do they have sappers? No, the goblins don't have sappers. What would have destroyed this part of the wall? I mean, taking a tower maybe, and maybe they took this and then it destroyed that? That is ultra weird. Hopefully, yeah, I mean, I have no idea what is going on with this replay. Don't know what quite happened there. The goblins, though, being absolutely surrounded at a big gate, and they are not going to fare too well. Sorry about that shaking. I'm just shaking up my sneak. Hashtag sponsored. Gotta keep hydrated and pumped for these battle replays. And if we look on the other side of the battlefield, I mean, yeah, Donruff, I don't know, but it seems like they're losing a lot of soldiers, but they are holding. Their archers are routing now, which is fine. But the man and quality count is still in favor of the attackers. I guess they are really starting to run out of soldiers now. Yeah, they really, they really are. And here we go. Yeah, as I said, the trolls are now engaged, and this is really bad for the Donruff General because he won't win this against 2 units of cave trolls. The cave trolls will slowly kill this unit, and they just won't take much damage. So yeah, but even though the goblins are broken, this is really bad. So I mean, he can try and run, but he's gonna get run down. So yeah, he's basically just committed himself to death right here, which is super bad. Maybe the cavalry wouldn't help. And all of a sudden, you know, even with this battle being quite slow on the goblin side of things, and the goblin player really taking a brunt of the assault, I mean, the attackers are looking really good right now. Some of their High Chieftain Guard engaged. Again, they won't win against these Dunherd swordsmen, but they'll do their best. And they'll keep the enemy slowly pinned down. They still have plenty of other soldiers here as well. We're not a bad engagement here with the pikes. The pikes being engaged here is decent. Again, they are just crappy goblin pikes. But still, pikes are pikes, and if you guys know Total War, you know that pikes are always a good unit to behold, for sure. Oh, a big breakout here, though. Nice. That's going to be a big little bump there. They need these archers to be able to do something, though. They really do. And they're still kind of like just fighting on this wall, which really needed to be done a while back. There you go, yeah, the Knights of Imrahil being slain right there. Yeah, they're trying to run, but losing the general is going to be a pain in the ass. But if they can get out 60 units of these Knights of Imrahil, that still gives them a nice little chance. But I think the goblins are going to be broken, honestly. They're fighting hard. They've done a great job at kind of surrounding this unit here. But there's another fresh unit here. It's going to go into the back of these pikemen. And they don't really have much left, but then you have, I guess, the trolls coming in over here again. There's not really... Oh, the archers. Okay, there you go. 2 units of Dunherd archers. And a random woman ready to charge down the trolls. It should be enough to deal with them. And the rest of the army up here just needs to be pushed in. But again, we've got some more of the Blood Avengers reinforcing. They were definitely more than well enough equipped to deal with these Dogor blades. Once this unit break, look how far this unit's been pushed back as well. The unit started like here, and it's been pushed back like this. They're finally breaking, but what a valiant stand. That's going to free up 2 fresh units as well. They can then either come down this little avenue and come and hit these archers in the back, or they can go and reinforce over here against the Blood Avengers. Basically, either or be a big boost. There is also another unit of a decent Seaward Swordsman here as well. Ideally, though, they just get their archers up here. Like, if they got 3 units. I mean, they are just Mirkwood trackers, so they're crappy units. But there's 3 units of them shooting down. They'll decimate a unit of Princess Coast Guard, especially for their cost. It does seem like, though, the goblins are basically done for. And we do have a unit of Champion Reavers now with its hundreds of kills ready to come out here and probably deal with this. We have artillery. Oh, the artillery. That's what broke down the wall. Yes. Okay. I don't know where it is now, but... Where is it? Yeah, it would have been the artillery that broke down the wall. I can see it coming in. That's what would have done it. And yeah, this unit Champion Reavers is going to have an absolute field day on the battlefield now. There's nothing to really stop them whatsoever. Yeah, where did the artillery go? We saw it. Did it die? Maybe it died. Maybe the Champion Reavers cleared it up. But yeah, that would make a lot of sense of why that went down. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll jump ahead. I mean, the yellow Kai glitching out, it was painful. That was a big pain in the ass. We're going to jump ahead like 5 minutes and see how the siege does develop. Okay, so we have jumped ahead now, but it doesn't really seem like the attackers have much steam left in them now. They're being pinned down here by the rest of the Seaward Swordsmen and the Blood Avengers, who are soldiers fighting bravely and valiantly on the walls, but I doubt these pikemen are going to be able to take down the aggressiveness of the rest of the shock infantry. And then over on this side, we have a nice little charge. I'll probably wait. Oh, there's the artillery. We'll probably wait for these guys to, to finish up and probably go in for one final charge. But the battle definitely does seem like it is over, and the defenders have been able to clean this one up. Okay, so there's only 3 minutes left of this battle, and honestly, like, the attackers still have a little bit of oomph left in them. Like, having a Nazgul on your side, it's always going to be a big boost to your assault. But yeah, there's just not really a lot left of them. And then again, the trolls are going to be kind of scary on this side, but they still have an entire unit of Dunherd bowmen here. So the attackers did a pretty valiant job here, but just not enough. I think them sally outs were a real pain. And of course, all the kind of disruption they caused was really enough to pin them down. I mean, these cave trolls are still going to be scary to deal with, but yeah, there just surely is not enough left. The Nazguls are now being pinned down. They've actually been surrounded somehow by shock infantry, and I think the defenders will just give up momentarily. The RA fire is coming in, constantly trying to take down these mountain trolls, and they will, yeah, as I said, these guys will go down pretty quickly to, you know, 3 units of archers firing at them, and you can see that being the case, even with them pulling through and trying to cause some mayhem. You can see the rest of them going down, and Nazgul broke as well, and that is going to be a GG. So Pyrrhic victory, a pretty well played defense right there, holding up, kind of committing soldiers where they needed to, and really focusing down the Goblin player, who, you know, kind of supported will really struggle. I think having like a Goblin player, like an Elven faction, would be really strong, because you have the Elves kind of holding up and then the Goblins for numbers. Would not be a bad setup right there. But the GG to all the players. Big thank you to Bad Omen for sending this one into me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.